Hi guys, and welcome to the channel once again. So what we got for you today, I'm going to be showing you how I refurb wheels at home, well, in the garage. I've finally got some sort of compressor so I can use my DAs and sand the wheels down, because we sanded down this one Corsa wheel for the Corsa before I sold that, and we did it by hand and it took far too long. With this compressor, DAs, we can get it down to about half hour a wheel. So yeah, what I've done already is taken all four wheels off the Ford Fiesta. As you know, we're rebuilding that on the channel right now, but obviously I won't probably use this video as part of the rebuild. I'll probably chuck it in the playlist, but this is just going to be how to refurb your wheels sort of thing. So I'm going to talk you through it. So what we've done, I'll put up on the screen now, is actually take the front bead of tyre off the alloy so we can get paint around the edges, because if you just spray paint wheels, just the surface, and you jet wash them at an angle or whatever, the jet wash might actually peel off that paint. So what you want to do is take the bead off so you can get paint right around the edges and it'll seal the wheel sort of thing. And then what I did then was take it to the car wash, wash down all the wheels, and yeah, we cleaned off the wheels and now they're back at the garage. So this is what the wheel should look like after you've prepped it up, and this is what the wheel looks like before anything. I've literally just washed it, and as you can see, drop the bead off there. So this is curb brush and it goes down to the metal, but it's most of it's just gone through the paint. But what we're going to do, we're going to be repairing all of this around the edges, and then sometimes where people putting in their nuts and bolts, they'll chip around here, so you got to look around there, and then you look for any other damage. So yeah, this is what we've got. This is probably one of the best wheels I've got. That's quite bad there, but I'll show you a little trick on how to fill these massive gouges out the edges. So this is the video we're going to be doing today. I hope you will enjoy. Please like the video if you enjoy it. Obviously you haven't watched it yet, but keep that in mind, and subscribe if you're new, guys. I've got plenty of this coming your way as soon as possible. I'm just churning out the videos now. Summer's here. I'll show you the clip. I was gonna do this intro earlier, and I couldn't because there was literal thunder. Listen to this. I literally just put it in the video now, and yeah, that's why I couldn't intro earlier. So that's why I've done two wheels, and yeah, we're just gonna crack on with the other two now. So let's get into it, guys. So what you're gonna need is 180 grit, some 320 grit, and a DA, airline, compressor, wheel. So you're gonna get your 180, put it on your DA. Take that off. So what you want to do when you connect up the airline, obviously, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'll show you now. Is basically get your DA like that, or if you're doing this by hand, which I wouldn't recommend, but keep on a nice angle like that. And then when you're coming round to this edge, don't stay on it too long, just like sort of roll and bring it down all nice and equally. Don't stay one spot for too long, because you'll get nice flat spots and you'll see that after you've painted. So you want to just come around the wheel nice and equally, bring it all down gently, and then yeah, then we'll move on to the next thing. So I'm going to stick you up on the tripod, and then yeah, we'll crack on with the next step. But yeah, we're going to do that first. So I've blown it off now, got all the dust off, and we are left with that one big chunk out there. And follow it round, have a look. we've got quite a big one there, and then a little gouge out there, and then the rest looks pretty good. There's quite a big dent in there, but we're gonna leave that, as probably won't see that once the tire's back on there. So these three, I'm gonna actually show you how we're gonna repair these now. So this is Q-Bond, and it's very strong glue, and it goes off very quickly. So we're gonna be using this and this. This is Q-Bond filling and reinforcement powder. So it's just a black sort of powder. So what you do is you put glue in where you want to repair. Yeah. And then you want to put some powder in there. Try and get it on camera. Just to reinforce that glue. Then what you want to do, once you're happy with that, is put some more glue in. And this will take less than a minute to go off. There you go. There you are. So that's one done. I'm going to repeat that for the other three now, and then we're going to sand it back down. So with that already dried, what I'm going to do now is sand it down. So this being going to be quite loud, but you know what I'm going to do. Just want to get flush. You don't want any lumps. Feel, and then you shouldn't be able to feel any sort of lump there. That is flush, so you can see that is perfectly beveled with the rest of the alloy there. So I'm going to do, repeat that for these last two, and then I'm going to prep the rest of the wheel end. So what I've done is I've got my 320 paper now, and I've used the DA with the last bit of air that was in the compressor, and I've gone round all the edges, and I've gone over the face, just to take out the 180 scratches, because you may be able to see them after you've painted. So you want to finish on like a 320 or a 500. I'm going to finish on a 320 just because we're painting black. But now you want to get your fingers involved, and we're just going to be rubbing down the wheel, all the main faces, just like this, both edges, just keying it all up with a 320, and getting the corners, because we want this paint to stick. And then what we will be doing after this, so this is where the time is spent, is just in the prep, keying down all the alloy. And then what we'll do, we'll actually wet the whole alloy, and we'll use some grey scotch just to get the rest of the wheel then. So I'm going to put this on time lapse, and we'll see how long it takes. I've done two already, and I think I can smash this out now. So yeah, obviously not all of you will have 12 spoke wheels with these tiny little gaps in. You may have some 5 spokes, which may take you even less time, but this is what I've got on this Fiesta. And yeah, you just want to put your fingers to work, get in all the edges and all the cracks, and then we'll go over it with grey scotch then. So at this stage, after the 320, you should have a wheel that looks similar to this. So what I'm going to do now is get my water bottle. I'm just going to soak the whole wheel. And now what we're going to be doing is getting even, well, not even deeper, but we're going to be just getting all the wheel that we weren't able to get with just that piece of paper. This is obviously much more flexible. And we're going to be just rubbing in the corners, rubbing every sort of angle with the grey scotch. And that should key up the entire wheel then, and you can get your fingers in here nice and deep and obviously that should give us much better finish, a much mattier finish, so we can spray our primer onto all these edges, and then obviously we'll rub down the primer then, and then we'll get ready for base coat. But yeah, just go over the entire wheel. It doesn't have to be extreme, just a quick all around, get your whole hand all over the wheel, nice and quick, but making sure you get every angle of the alloy, because you don't want any glossy bits, because the paint won't stick to that. So yeah, that's all you have to do. Crack on, boys. Little tip if you're doing an alloy with a lot of spokes as well, is start from the valve and work your way around clockwise, so then you know you've done each spoke up until that valve. So that's how I've been doing it. Yeah, good luck, boys. Right, and that's what you should be looking at. As you can see under the light, there's no gloss. It's just matted finish, basically. So that's your gloss finish, shiny. That's your matte finish. Yeah, all the repairs look really good. These are my not cracks, but my chips, and they are flush. Even if you close your eyes and go over it, you can't feel a thing. So yeah, perfect, guys. So that's what you're looking for. Yours will obviously look different to mine, but should be same sort of texture, same finish, and all your repairs should be quite similar. So yeah, I'm going to finish off this wheel, and I'll tell you what we're going to do next. So next step is masking. So what you want to do, get your masking tape and get yourself a filler card or a debit card, anything, and just get it, tuck it in, and then to actually stick it down, you want to just get it like that and just tuck it in and stick it down. That's a little tip for you. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now for all 4 wheels. Get it right over the edge, so I'd say to about there, and then the flat bit, when you're on the road, it'll just all sort of sand itself off, and if you get any primer, it doesn't really matter, because the road will just sort of rub the paint off the actual tyre itself, but just protect the sidewall. Do that for all 4 wheels, and then I shall tell you what to do. So I've actually masked up the valves as well, and now what we're going to do, going to use degreaser. We're going to clean down these wheels, well, degrease these wheels, and use some low tack rag. We're just going to go over all the wheels just like that. I'll show you once we're done. We're just trying to get all that dust off, any contaminants, ready to spray our primer. Right, so I've got some etch primer here. And what we're going to do, we're going to do a light coat and then 2 medium wet coats just on the edges where you can see the metal. That's all you want to cover, is any bits of metal. Yeah, don't overdo it. Yeah, so watch me do this. Yeah, just rattle can, make sure you shake it, and make sure you wear a mask as well. For those, you don't want to breathe that in. Right guys, so they're all primed up, and I've gone over them with a quick 600, like a nice 600 foam pad, just to key up the primer. They come out pretty good. All I'm going to do now is use my degreaser and clean them off from any sort of dirt that's been left on them since I've been to work last time. So I got a low tack sort of cloth here, like a lint free sort of cloth. And we're just going to go over every spoke and degrease it all, ready for paint. Now what we're going to do, this is a tack cloth, and I've got some air, and I'm going to blow off the wheels and tack them off. So you can see how much dirt come off there then. So these are ready to spray. So I'm actually going to get my gun set up now Hopefully we'll get some colour on these guys. So I've got my auto sort of paint there. It's Ford AA jet black sort of thing, and it's a half and half. So I've gone just over 200 there, as you can see if it focuses. So I'm gonna put just over just over 400 now in thinners, and hopefully then we can get it in the gun. I've set up the gun. I've got my gauge there, and hopefully we're gonna get to spray painting for the first time, guys. Let's go. Filled that up now. Gonna give that a quick stir, just so we know the thinners and the actual paint all mixed together. Yeah, this is all done very amateurly, as you can see. When I get a bit more confidence, I'll make a proper video on spray painting, because I actually do want to spray the rest of the Fiesta in the race red. So yeah, a lot to look forward to, guys. I hope I'm doing this correctly. I've been on the phone to a few sprayers I know, and I think I've got a good idea. So yeah, we can only see what's gonna happen now, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna keep mixing this. I'm gonna empty it into my pot, turn the petrol compressor on, and we're gonna spray, guys. I am actually really excited to see how this goes. So yeah, let's have it, boys. Right, so you missed the main event because I didn't actually click the record button, but we've got 3 wheels freshly sprayed. The 4th one I did a rattle can job on the other day because I wanted to see the difference between the 2 jobs. So I used just a high coat sort of gloss black. I haven't lacquered these yet, so hopefully I'll get the lacquer on camera. But yeah, what I found most difficult was getting in the tiny little spokes with the fan. Like, obviously with a spray can, you've got just a little fan that you can get into quite detailed spots. But with the big gun, I'm not sure how to set up the gun where I can only get just a little bit of paint out. Obviously that'll come with experience, but these have come out really nice. And I'm sure with a flat panel, I'd get a bit more into it, because this was sort of like with a normal panel, you can just do a horizontal up and down, left to right sort of thing. With these, you have to get in quite detailed spots, so it was hard to get the paint over. But I did one little light coat, and then I did one heavy coat, and they come out really good. I'm not gonna lie, these come out really good. I know the lighting isn't the best. The coverage was pretty good. I'll try and go over that now, because I've only just noticed that. But I have used this torch to try and give me the best opportunity to catch all the paint in all the corners. So yeah, I'm gonna let these dry off. They look immense compared to what they were before. And then we're gonna spray some lacquer, hopefully, and hopefully the lacquer ring goes quite well. So yeah, let me just go over that little bit there. I only just clocked that, and yeah, hopefully we'll get some lacquer on you guys. What I have noticed there, if you can see right above my finger, I have got a little run, but it's not the end of the world. That's where I was just trying to flick up the paint with the gun, and it will definitely come with experience, I can imagine. But yeah, 1 run out of 3 wheels I'm quite happy with, and I've just dusted some paint in there now. So I'm gonna let these dry off and spray some lacquer, guys. So we put on 1 coat. I've got my mask on, sorry, but we're gonna put the 2nd heavy coat on now, and that'll be the last coat for these wheels. there they are. I could not be happier with these wheels. You can probably hear it in my voice, but the finish on these wheels look so professional. I don't know whether the light and the camera can catch how well these have come out, but these are still fresh. It's about 15 minutes after I sprayed them, so they're still quite wet and very glossy, but I hope they keep this sort of high level of gloss. I've used real clear coat over there, 2K clear coat, so I've done these as professionally as I possibly can from a garage that I'm renting out. This is my favorite wheel because I was working from left to right, so I made a couple of mistakes on this wheel. I got better on this wheel, and I smashed this wheel. I gotta be honest with you. There's no dry spots, no runs, and this is the wheel that I got the best repairs on. There is no chips around the sides, so this wheel is really, really good. And for someone who has only picked up a gun once, and that was supervised, and I barely did anything. I think I sprayed primer, and that does not count as painting. So getting next to no runs, I've got a little run there. Come on, light, you can see that one. But honestly, for a first timer, I've got to give myself a tap on the back. Yeah, really proud, and I hope these stay as glossy as they look now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let these dry overnight. The weather's not looking great for the rest of the weekend, but I do want to get that bonnet sprayed. So in the next clip, you'll see me putting these on, and then we're going to call it a day on this wheel video, because I think I've absolutely smashed it. I'm going to take off the masking tape now, and then in the morning I'll get the valves put in for the tires, and I'll pump them up and put them back on the car. So that's the plan. See you all in a second, guys. Honestly, just take a look at them. Fair play. Right, guys, so it is the day later, the day after, and these are completely touch dry. They have come out unreal. So what I'm waiting on, which I didn't realize, was when I got the bead taken down, they forgot to put the valve back in. So I've just ordered a kit so I could do it myself. So that'll be coming hopefully today from Amazon. But yeah, have a good look at these, guys. They look incredible. I have to say myself, for someone who's just spray painted for the first time, unsupervised, did all the repairs on the edges, and I'll put a few before and after pics in this now. They have come out so good. There's no sun out, but you can see how deep and how glossy these wheels have come out. They look so professional, and I'd be happy to accept these on a brand new car. So whoever's gonna own this is gonna have some gorgeous brand new wheels on here. So yeah, this is where I'm gonna end out the video. I hope you've all enjoyed. Please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed and you've learned something, and comment down below if you think I could have done anything better. Of course, I'll improve on my technique. But yeah, this is how I do wheels. And there we have it, guys. Honestly, the excitement is unreal. Like, just looking at these wheels and knowing that I've done them myself is just such an incredible feeling. And I think whoever has this car are gonna be so happy with these wheels, and I think it'll help sell the car so much quicker. Just seeing no curb rashes, no scrapes, just perfect gloss black. But yeah, this is where I'm going to sign out, guys. Thanks for watching once again, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Ta-da.